this this is my thing. Especially if we're in a relationship and we're talking about spending the rest of our lives together. We're talking about a sexual point, right? Sex. That's what we on.
Yes.
We on the subject of sex.
Yes.
Okay.
What you won't do sexually for your man?
See,
he'll
but
entertain
that's the whole
someone else.
thing. When you choose a partner, you should choose a partner that's as equally as filthy as you.
So, your point. You can go in a relationship with somebody that was just as equally sexually and freaky as you in the beginning. Their representative was doing all this
If
stuff.
it was there then, it's there now.
It was there,
If
but
it was there then,
if
it's
they
there
get
now.
in where they fit in, they become comfortable. They like, I don't need to do that no more. I don't feel like it. Or you meet a woman that's, she was freaky from the jump, and later on down the line when it comes down, we're adults here. You want her to go down, she going down on you and just going through the motions. And there's no passion in it or whatever he used to
There's
remember.
probably some other underlying reason because with women, sex and emotions run together. With men,
Not all
y'all
the time.
compartmentalize. All the time with women. We
Not all the
feel
time.
everything. Well, I feel like he said he made me feel. Sex and emotions go together with women. Y'all compartmentalize. Y'all can fuck without feeling. We can't. And then if we in
Y'all
a
can.
relationship, no, we can pretend to. We can pretend to act like I don't give a fuck about you. We can pretend.
Prostitutes do it every time. Hoes do it a lot.
But we're not
Their
talking
emotions
about a
is
prostitute.
dead.
But listen, that's not true. One of the best people I ever met in
Okay.
my life was a prostitute, and I still love her to this day. I don't know if I should say her name, but that's not true. She was a prostitute with a heart of gold. So, some of the best people do some of the raunchiest things, but
That's
no.
true. I seen a lot of hoes get wifed up,
That first.
and they make good
First.
wives too.
I bet.
It just
Because
never
he found
lasts.
somebody equally as filthy as him. See?
But it don't last
Okay, but it don't last because outside forces. See, because men...
because of
okay,
her prior
here we
life.
go.
That goes right back
Outside
to hoe.
forces. You knew she was a hoe when you met her because 20 of your homeboys told you, pulled up on you and said, you fucking with Tina. Tina's a hoe. Tina used to sell pussy on Buck Street or whatever
She
the fuck.
changed her life and gave her life to God.
Right. But you let outside forces. See, that's why me and most people don't get along because once I make a decision, that's what it is. And you can't my man he could be the trashiest nigga in the world, but if I make a decision to be with that trash, it's nothing you could tell me about my trash that's going to turn me away from my trash. Now, me and my trash can get into it and shit can change, but you can't come over and be like, why you with that nigga? I tell you flat out, I like the way he eat my pussy from the back. And when you give people what they looking for, they kind of don't know where to go after that. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
So that's because y'all let outside forces. If Tina is a hoe and she make you happy, then you should be with Tina. If she scramble your eggs the way you like them, because who are you? We talking about a person that you're going to be with, that you building a future with. Tina know how to count coins because she been counting them every night since 88. She know how to count coins. She know half the niggas in the she know the doctors, the judges, the lawyers. You can really build a future fucking with Tina because she know who it is. But you going to let a nigga pull up on a bike. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
Your homie going to pull up on a bike with the beer and then tell you, oh, Tina's a hoe. So you going to listen to a nigga with broke down Timberlands pulled up on a 10-speed about a bitch that you can build a future with.
I got a homie that pull up in a pickup truck, smash another dude's wife who own a Benz and a mini mansion.
Yeah.
It happens. And he can tell me if that person's a hoe or not. It's just
He can't
how
tell
the
you
reality
shit.
is.
He can't tell you shit. He can tell you how Tina showed up in his story. That don't mean Tina gonna show up like that in your story. See, that's the thing. See, but then you want me to respect you as a man. See, this is where me and you get into it all the time. Because you want me to respect you as a man, but so much of your forethought is other niggas' thoughts. You regurgitating some shit a nigga told you, a lesser than nigga, a nigga that don't even stand to the statue of you. Then you
it's not.
don't cut me off.
It's not.
No. So you gonna take advice from I care if the nigga if he's Jesus' nephew and he come tell you Tina's a hoe. That's how Tina show up in Jesus' nephew's story. That ain't how Tina might show. Tina might be tired of being a hoe. She might want to build a future wife. She might want to take out her,
And
whatever.
this is the major disconnect when it comes to how men think with promiscuous lifestyle compared to women.
Y'all love promiscuous lifestyle. Y'all love promiscuous bitches. Y'all love hoes, and I know
We don't
why.
love them.
Yes, y'all do.
Not one with a common sense. You ain't
Y'all
supposed to love
love
that
hoes, and my
woman.
daddy told me why. He said, I love a hoe because she knows what to do and when to do it.
I mean, so do a woman.
I mean,
So do a real woman.
But once again, that's the whole thing. With me and you,
Hoes
we had
love.
a whole
Hoes
conversation.
know what to do and when to do it to whoever man they want to do it with, whatever man they want to do it with, and there's always a price. It's either cash on deck or cash handed through materialistic items. Now, I'm from that era.
Here we go.
I'm from
if you
that
have
era.
a wife, it comes with a price. The
Yes,
price of
yes,
if you want to
yes.
stay at home,
That's
wife,
different.
No, it's not. A transaction is a transaction.
So a hoe
You trying to
is
make-
similar to a wife too, just because they both require
First up,
materialistic or
We're
money.
gonna go back to the conversation we had the other day. Remember, I told you there's no such thing as a hoe. I told you this before. There's no. I don't believe in calling nobody a hoe. That's an attempt for somebody to prove that I'm better than this person. I'm not like this person.
Look.
Oh, you gonna hit the cat button?
Fuck the conversation we had then.
Okay, here
I'm
we
talking
go.
about right now.
And
the
yeah.
audience is not there, weren't there, will never be there, but they will be here right now. And ultimately, what you're saying is making sense. And I bet there'll be a lot of women that will champion you. But I also think that whatever you're saying is it's like a feminist take on it.
No, I'm not for women or against women. I'm not for men or against men. I very much I very much enjoy watching men. I've been watching y'all for a long time. I'm not for or against nobody. What I constantly say is there are no roles. Our relationship is gonna be what we agree it to be. And then on top of that, you do.
There are no roles.
The rose is what we agreed to. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
The rose is what we agreed to.
Okay.
This is my whole thing. You kill me with this. Somebody somewhere told you that a man, like when we were in kindergarten, we all had a kindergarten understanding of right and wrong. This is right, this is wrong. We all took a nap at the same time. We all ate our chocolate milk and our crackers at the same fucking time. Everything in the world was even. Then somewhere along the way, somebody told you that this is what a man's supposed to do and this is what a woman's supposed to do. And you believe that shit. You never once looked around at your environment and just people watched. Your environment. If you think back, nobody was actually doing the roles that they told you. It was women scraping and surviving, and it was men scraping and surviving. And we got along or we didn't. The house was functional or it wasn't.
My father was a role I could look up to. And
Right.
another position was watching hardworking women like your mother,
Yeah.
who was a hustler, and even watching you be an entrepreneur before you even, decide to even go to school for anything.
Right.
So learning from my environment was part of like anybody else growing up. Experience for me goes a long way.
We talking relations.
Yes. Experience for me goes a long way. One time I went to my aunt, may she rest in peace, Ira. I went over her house and she was sitting down and she had her man cleaning and she had her girlfriend cooking food and she told her girlfriend to bring me a plate. Then she asked one of her friends I was there to massage her feet and she massaged my auntie's feet.
Right.
My auntie was a madam. My auntie was a lady who ran the show. My auntie was some would describe as a pimp or whatnot. But
She
my auntie was my
auntie,
auntie that showed me so much about the human nature of people if you live a certain lifestyle that's totally different from the traditional ways. But I also know that wasn't the life for me. I also know that wasn't the role and position that I wanted to do. So when I learned a lot when it came to relationships was experience for me because my mother and father was not together. There were not a example of the best successful relationships around me
I
as
said
well.
earlier, I never
And you
seen
said
no
it.
successful
You're
ones.
right. Now, granted, even the ones we looked up to shows like the Bill Cosby, Claire Huxtable thing, it was almost fantasy like to see something like that because growing up in the hood, there were no Claire Huxtables and everybody together.
There were.
And there
I know
probably
a few
were.
Claire Huxtables.
I didn't see it, but
There were.
elaborate.
I know a few Claire Huxtables and Dr. Huxtables. I know a few. But they were unhappy. Because when you have a black man and controversy, they finna kill me. They finna kill me, gonna crucify me dead. No, but listen,
When you have a black man, what can you please continue?
when y'all get a couple coins, then it's no longer then it becomes I gotta double back and fuck every bitch that wouldn't fuck me when I had nothing.
Bullshit. No.
Oh, we
Nah.
just had a
It's
conversation.
the men that you choose that move like that.